and welcome. This is Seed Catalog Color Palette number 1, part 2, color mixing. We are going to be mixing the paint colors to match our reference photo from the Seed Catalog. To remind you what the reference photo was, here it is. Bottom right of this view right here, those beautiful purple carrots, that's our reference photo. So let's get started. Going to begin with that beautiful ultraviolet purple that's in the background. And as you can see, I have a nice dark shade. This is Dioxizine purple. There you can see the name. And I'll be mixing that shade with Ultramarine blue. That will make the purple a cooler shade, and it'll give it that really pretty ultraviolet hue that we're looking for to match that background. Now, when we're mixing colors, there isn't really one right way or wrong way to do it. You just start mixing them, especially if the colors are of the same value, meaning the same lightness or darkness. If you're trying to lighten or darken a color, then you have to think about things a little bit more. But here, we're just going to mix it, see what color we get. And if it works out, it works out. If not, then we add either more blue to make it cooler or more purple to make it warmer. And here we have it. It looks like a really close match, so I think we're good. Now we're going to move on to that warmer version of purple, more of a plum. You can see it in the stems of the carrots. So we've got the Dioxizine purple that we're going to combine with quinacridone magenta, which is one of my favorite colors. You can see that quinacridone magenta is actually the same color as the carrots itself. And there we go. You can see that shade of purple is a warmer purple. It's more akin to plum, not quite, but it's moving in that direction. And you see that nice contrast between the cool ultraviolet on the left and the warmer purple right there, and it's a great match. And now we're going to move on to that orangey color in the center of the carrots. So I've got cadmium yellow, medium hue, that I'm going to be mixing with fluorescent pink. Fluorescent pink is a really useful color. You wouldn't think it is, but I use it all the time. So obviously, yellow with fluorescent pink is going to create an orange. And we'll just have to see if the orange is going to work. And even if we get the right shade, it might not be light enough. So we'll have to see. All right, so there's a pretty shade of orange. It's close. It's a little dark, though. So, titanium white. Pretty standard shade of white. Really my go-to white, and it has great tinting strength, meaning it you don't need a lot of it to change the value of your color. And it's an opaque color, so if you mix it into a color that's transparent, it'll help that color be a little bit less transparent. So here we are, we've got now this lightened shade of, or lightened value of that orange. That might be correct. Let's take a look. I'm really being very careful to make sure it's all mixed. It's a little light, don't you think? And maybe a little bit not quite warm enough. So we're going to add a little bit of that cadmium yellow just to shift it just a little bit more yellow. When you create an orange with the fluorescent pink instead of a red, it creates more of a cool shade of orange. So this yellow, this cadmium yellow, helps warm it up again. we are at the final step. I am swatching out the colors for you. Swatching allows us to see the colors a little bit more clearly against a white background and gives us a permanent record because it's on paper. You'll notice that I'm adding quinacridone magenta. That's because it is actually one of the colors in the reference photo, even though it's not a mixed color. So here are the colors that are used in these mixes: cadmium yellow and fluorescent pink for that shade of orange. Now don't forget the white. Dioxizine purple and quinacridone magenta right there, okay, on that warm purple. This ultraviolet is dioxazine purple again, but we've added ultramarine blue. And then the final color is quinacridone magenta. You can also see the color names in the description of the video.